When you grow up in this area, sooner or later you're exposed to Sarah's candies. And when you're a little kid, all you know that when you take that first bite of Sarah's candies that it's a little bit better than anything you've ever had before. So I didn't know why, I just know I liked it. When I started working here, then it soon became apparent why it was better than anything else I've ever tried. And it's because we do everything very hands-on, very small batches with attention to detail. We never compromise on anything. I know Billy's always trying to buy the best ingredients, and it's always been that way.
1960, my dad started in the candy business. I think it all started again with him not being satisfied with the box of candy that he bought my mom. So he said, you know what, there's got to be something better than this. And he started looking into it. And so he started making candy in the basement of our home. And it was him down there with a little marble table and a little melter full of chocolate, and it was hands-on. I was a little kid, so I would help him. I got to make bunnies one at a time, fill the mold up. The key for him was making the best quality product he could make and servicing the people that were buying the candy and giving them a value for what they were getting.
We want you to be wowed. And I think we did a pretty good job with that. One of my favorite things is to be here in the store, just doing something on my own, and having a young child come up to this castle behind me and being so amazed by it and wanting to take a picture of it.
When I bring my daughter here and she walks in, she is blown away. So she gets to see the store itself. You walk in, you smell the chocolate, you smell the store, and it's amazing. The colors, the stuffed animals, and everything. It's pretty much something that's puts her in amazement.
We make over 3,000 different products. Just chocolates in general. People love their favorites. So we have that for them because they've been with us a long time.
The chocolate-covered pretzels are the top seller. Another favorite, we have some peanut butter meltaways. Peanut butter meltaways, it's hard not to put that on the very top, but that's also something that's very special to our customers.
Growing up with the company was a blast. It was so much fun. I mean, it was literally a kid in a candy store. Now, at the time, my dad worked so much, and he still does, but my mom would have to bring us, me and my sister, here to see him because he would leave before we got up and he would come home after we went to bed. So we knew that, Dad never missed anything important, a game, a dance recital, anything like that, but he worked. He knows how to work all the machinery here. It's a very unique situation that we're in, and I mean, it's a fun childhood.
It's been a while now since Frank was here, but he basically instilled the work ethic with everybody. Those of us have been here for a number of years. Billy more or less lets us do our own thing unless there's a problem. Then Billy get involved. But we all try to maintain the same work ethic, like I said, the same quality that Frank taught us. Sarah's is known for a certain standard, and we try to be very consistent with everything we do.
I've been at every level of the company. I've even had an opportunity to work in the warehouse at some point in time. Quite honestly, I'm going to say it to you a little differently. What brings me back every day is I can't wait to get here. The challenges are so great and the opportunities are so great. We have so many things we're working on. It's like building every day. Can't wait to add the next pieces to it.
We've got a lot of people here that do a lot of special care. They really care about this. I was fortunate. I had my whole family work here. I met my wife here. So it did a lot for me. Absolutely.
What makes Sarah's Candy so special are the employees. And they're dedicated. They've been here a long time. When we started, there was our family business. But as things grew, you hired one person, you hired 2, 3, and these people have been here for 30, 40 years and still here. And they're dedicated. They love the place. I grew up with them. You know, it's still saying, I remember when you were a little kid. Yeah. And you know what? They still look the same age to me as they did when they started.
So I think it really says something when you have staff that's been here for 40 plus years. I think that really shows a lot of loyalty. And there's so much value in that history. There's value in seeing how things were done 30 or 40 years ago, and then seeing how they're done now. And seeing the progression and the step-by-step of how we went from just being the chocolate shop in East End Canonsburg to then adding an ice cream parlor to that, to then fundraising for schools. You name it, we have a fundraiser for you.
We value the relationship with Ceres so much. They've been very supportive of us and our goals, and it's such a family between us and them. And JFK really is a family, so we really view that and see the partnership just so well. Even though I work at JFK, I've been here for 13 years. I was a student at JFK. My children have been students as well, so I was fundraising for Ceres when I was a student here.
My dad didn't graduate high school, so education was important to him. So because of the education, because an opportunity came up, the Frank Ceres Public Library here in Canonsburg. So his name's on that library in Canonsburg. And family's very proud to go in and see that.
Most libraries do not have the space and the facility to do many things they want to do. And the Ceres family support enable us to do all the things we want to do. If we can dream it, we can do it.
My dad had a kidney transplant. And being in there and seeing what happens to these people that get transplants, he decided to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go in and do the Frank Ceres Transplant Clinic. And it's a clinic at UPMC where people can go after they have a transplant and they get follow-ups and things like that.
Frank and Athena created this chair or endowed professorship at the University of Pittsburgh for someone to be the scientific director or director of research at the Transplantation Institute, which is the research that works hard to improve patients' lives. And of course, their generosity has helped us do research that's targeted towards improving the lives of patients. We joke about it as the chocolate chair because it's very sweet, both as a boost to our research and as a great memory of Frank.
The Ceres family involvement with the National Kidney Foundation and their connection to kidney disease spans way back to the early 2000s, and I'm humbled to say that I've been able to witness the incredible impact that their generosity has made within our organization. The NKF is fueled by generous supporters and committed partners just like the Ceres family, and helps us serve as a lifeline for all people affected by kidney disease.
My dad thought culture was very important. So there's the Frank Ceres Orchid Room at Phipps Conservatory. You know, education, health, culture, things like that were huge.
I can tell you exactly where I was the moment that I found out that the building was on fire. I was getting ready for work, and I thought that it was really odd to be getting a phone call at like 6:30 in the morning. And all I heard was, it's bad, and you need to get here.
Well, it was pretty upsetting. It was scary, you know, because this is my life. And to have something like that happen, I didn't know what was going to happen.
As long as everybody was safe, which was the good thing. And I said, you know what, we're going to move on from there. We just got going.
Billy brought us all together, and he talked to us, and it kind of relieved me. We're not giving up. This is the end. And I think he made us come back even stronger.
The community literally were calling us, coming down here with brooms and neighbors and saying, we're going to help you clean up and we're going to get you back up and running again. This is the support. You asked why would we stay in Canonsburg? That's pretty much tells the tale as to why.
When you tell people the story, you know, it's a family business. It started as a family, it's still the family, and it's continued as a family. And it is a great story. how Frank started it. And it's a great story how Bill's continued his vision to make things bigger. And I only see things going up for the business.
Right now, we're building a new production facility. It's a 135,000 square foot building. We're excited. We're excited to grow. We're excited that a brand is building.
You know, it's just incredible to watch and be a part of that. It's exciting.
Boy, when people talk about us, I think I'd like them to talk about us as being good people. Look what they've done in the community. Look what they've done outside of the candy business. Secondly, you want to hear us say, boy, that's the greatest candy, and that's why we're here.